Hello friends, in last lecture I have completed with graphical representation of SHM. So today in this video I am going to start with the topic of SHM as a projection of UCM along any diameter. The name of the topic is SHM as a projection of UCM along any diameter. SHM as a projection of UCM along any diameter. Now friend, consider a particle which is moving along the circumference of a circle of some radius, okay, with constant speed omega in anti-clockwise direction. So what you will see, the particle when it is moving in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular velocity omega, it will cover first mean position, then after covering some angle it will go to the extreme position. So what will be the mean position of that particle and what will be the extreme position of the particle? First we are going to see that. Okay, so when the particle is performing uniform circular motion, the mean position of the particle, let us consider. Okay, the particle, let us consider particle is at here, it is a point P. So let us consider this diameter of this circle is x and y. Okay, the particle is at here, so it means it will coincide on this point. Okay, so let us consider this point as a M point, and particle is from the center of the circle, that is this. So this is my radius A, this is my radius. Okay, so now particle is in UCM, so constant angular velocity है particle में, so omega is constant and it is moving in anti-clockwise direction. This is a mean position of the particle. What is extreme position of the particle? This particle at mean position it was here, so it will create some angle. Let us consider the angle is alpha. Okay, now it starts performing circular motion. Okay, it starts performing the circular motion. So what will happen, this particle, when the mean position at initial position the particle was here, after performing circular motion it will reach to some point here or anywhere. That was the extreme position of the particle. Now let us consider the particle goes to this point. Okay, particle goes to this point. This was the mean position of the particle. After performing circular motion, let us consider particle reaches here. So after reaching here, this is the final position of the particle. It will cover some angle, that is omega t plus alpha. Again here this is nothing but radius. Okay, this is nothing but radius. This point is nothing but M point, which is 90 degree, creating the 90 degree angle, and this is my x and y diameter. Okay, so this is my extreme position of the particle. Extreme position of the particle. Okay, this was my extreme position of the particle and particle P. Again it is moving in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular velocity omega. So in exam you have to write first what is mentioned in this diagram. Basically write, consider the particle P move along the circumference of the circle, of radius A with constant anti-clockwise direction. Okay, in the anti-clockwise direction. Now what will happen, the particle P has its projection on the diameter xy, yes or no? The particle P has its projection on the diameter xy at point M. इसका projection कहाँ पे आएगा दोस्तों? Point M में. तो लिख लो यहाँ पे. Now particle P has its position, projection on the diameter xy. This is my xy is my diameter. The particle P shows the projection on this diameter xy, that is point M. At point M, you have to write this, okay? As a particle P revolves along the circumference of the circle due to the projection, the point M moves to and fro position along the diameter. Okay. Initially the particle was here, so the point M is here. Now what happens when particle reaches to extreme position? It will move to the to and the fro position along the diameter x and y. Okay, so xy shown in figure A and B. Let us consider this figure as A and this figure as a B. Okay. At time t is equal to 0, the particle was at initial position. Okay, so initial angle which was created at initial position is what? Alpha. At time t is equal to 0, the initial angle that is phase angle is alpha. At time t, the particle reaches at final position and traces the angle what is an extreme position angle, friends? That is omega t plus alpha, phase. Okay, understood what I have written? Basically I have explained that is mean position का क्यों हो रहा है, extreme position में क्या हो रहा है. Okay, so what I have done, I have taken the particle which is at mean position, which creates an angle alpha at mean position, and after tracing means after revolving this particle with uniform circular motion with constant angular velocity at extreme positions, new angle is created, that is omega t plus alpha with true and pro position along the diameter. Okay, due to this what happens, friends? Therefore at extreme position, finally we are talking about this extreme position. Okay, so at extreme position what will happen, friends? At extreme position, what is your displacement equation at extreme position? Go to the last concept and tell me what is the displacement equation at extreme position. You can't tell, but you have to remember that is x is equal to a cos omega t plus alpha. Let us consider this equation as a 1. So what you will do, you will calculate velocity from this displacement equation. Okay, you will find the velocity from this displacement equation. To find the velocity, what you will do, friends? You will differentiate this equation. So differentiating with respect to t, what you will get? V is equal to dx by dt. Okay, V is equal to dx by dt. So while differentiating, what you will do here? A cos omega t, differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta, but theta here omega t is also there. So when you will differentiate, you will get minus a omega sin omega t plus alpha. Okay, so d upon dt x is equal to d upon dt a cos omega t plus alpha. Okay, so differentiation of cos omega t is minus sin omega t, and differentiation of again omega t will be what? Omega. So minus a omega sine omega t. So you got a velocity, then you will calculate what? Acceleration. So differentiating with respect to t, again you will get acceleration, that is d square x upon dt square. So what you will get? Differentiation of again sine theta, that is cos theta. So it will be minus a omega square cos ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा. देखो डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ साइन ओमेगा टी करेंगे कॉस ओमेगा टी मिलेगा, वापस डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ ओमेगा टी भी करेंगे ना, तो हमें क्या मिलेगा? ओमेगा. तो माइनस ए ओमेगा स्क्वायर कॉस ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा. यहाँ पे आपको एक्सेलरेशन भी मिल गया. सो लेट अस कंसिडर ए इज इक्वल टू ए कॉस ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा. ओके, या इसको अलग और माइनस ओमेगा स्क्वायर को अलग. देखो पूरे लास्ट लेक्चर्स के कंसेप्ट सब आपको याद रहना चाहिए, तब जाके ये वीडियो आपको समझ में आएगा फ्रेंड्स. सो व्हाट आई हैव डन, ए कॉस ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा और ये माइनस ओमेगा स्क्वायर को मैंने वैसे लिख दिया. और ये ए कॉस ओमेगा टी प्लस अल्फा दोस्तों क्या है? यही है ना डिस्प्लेसमेंट इक्वेशन. So I will substitute here, that is x minus omega square, that is a is equal to minus omega square into x. This is nothing but acceleration equation. Okay, how you got? From 1. Okay, remember from 1. That shows that acceleration of a particle at point m is directly proportional to displacement. Okay, acceleration of the particle at point m is directly proportional to displacement. acceleration जो यहाँ पे जो पार्टिकल का जो इनिशियल पोजीशन में जो acceleration था at point m में, which is directly proportional to displacement from that position. Okay, displacement. Thus particle m performs linear SHM. Thus particle at point m performs linear SHM, but its projection of the UCM, SHM is a projection of a UCM along the diameter. Okay, so what you will write? It shows that acceleration of a particle m is directly proportional to displacement. Thus the particle performs linear SHM, but it is the projection of UCM. Hence SHM is a projection of UCM along the diameter. This point you will write, friends. So what you will write? I am writing here a is equal to minus omega square x. It shows that acceleration of the particle m is directly proportional to its displacement. Thus particle m performs linear SHM, but it is the projection of UCM. Okay, hence SHM is a projection of UCM along any diameter. Okay, this was our concept. Okay, so moving on to the next concept, that is expression for period of simple pendulum. Okay, in SHM, expression for period of simple pendulum in SHM. So next concept is expression for period of simple pendulum in SHM. Okay, so very easy and very interesting topic. So what you will do, first we will draw the diagram of the simple pendulum that you have drawn in circular motion. It is a fixed support. Now suppose the pendulum, the initial position, the pendulum is at here. with some radius of the bob is r and the length of the pendulum is small l. Now what you will do, this pendulum you will take here, this bob you will take to this position and you will leave the bob. So what will happen, this bob will come here and it will move to this position. So these are the revolution of this pendulum bob. Okay, so it will create some angular displacement, that is theta. Okay, now tension will act on this pendulum thread, that is T. Okay, so T is a tension of the string, tension of string, and this is my length of string. Okay, and this R is what, the radius of bob. Okay, R is what, friend, radius of bob. Now this pendulum mass is mg, which will act in this direction. Okay, now this is my theta, then this is also theta because of corresponding angle that you have studied in 10th standard geometry. So what will be this, mg cos theta, because it is inclined from this axis, so it will be cos theta, and this will be my mg sin theta. This I have explained in you 11th standard. Okay, so what will be your total length, that is length of the thread and the length of the bob, that is capital L, will be small l plus r. Okay, this is my total. Basically what is happening here, it is a pendulum which is at initial position. We have started the revolution of the pendulum. So what, this will be our revolution of the pendulum. Okay, so this is my angular displacement, so this is also my angular displacement with corresponding angular similar triangle. Okay, corresponding angle test. Now this length and this length will be total length, that is capital L, that is small l plus r. So what is the step 1? Because we are calculating the expression for period of simple pendulum in SHM, means we need the some period value, time period value. So step 1 will be what? Step 1, that is vertical component mg cos theta balanced by tension. Yes or no? This is my vertical component, it is balanced by the tension. So what, right, first vertical component mg cos theta balanced by tension T in the string. Okay, so vertical component mg cos theta is equal to tension. This also I have explained in you in 11th standard. Okay, so this mg cos theta is balanced by this tension T, that is T is equal to mg cos theta. Now step 2 will be what, friends? Step 2, the horizontal component mg sin theta is balanced by restoring force. Restoring force क्यों लग रहा है? It's opposite force, I have explained you. So the horizontal component mg sin theta is balanced by restoring force, that is F is equal to minus mg sin theta, opposite force. Restoring force is a opposite force, therefore I have taken F is equal to minus mg sin theta. Sin theta in this condition is approximately equal to theta. So what will be your this restoring force value? F is equal to minus mg into theta. Let us consider this equation as a 1. The angle of sin theta in this pendulum is similar, that is approximately equal to theta. So your restoring force will be minus mg into theta. Now friends, moving on to the step 3, we got a restoring forces minus mg into theta. Okay, now what will be your step 3? Step 3, first of all draw the diagram. This is my angle theta, this is radius, and this is my arc. Okay, Now in this pendulum condition, this is my, let us consider x, and this is my length of the pendulum, and this is my angular displacement, that is theta. Okay, so from this diagram what you will write, that is theta is equal to length of the arc upon radius, length of arc upon radius. This formula you know, you have studied in mathematics also and most of the concept in physics. Okay, so theta is equal to length of the arc upon radius, so theta will be what, x upon L. Let us consider this equation as a second equation. Now this was our first equation, so second equation we got theta is equal to x upon L. Now what you will do, you will substitute this 2 in this 1, so substituting 2 in equation 1, so what will be your equation 1? F is equal to minus mg, theta is x upon L, so x upon L. Okay, but you know that the force is equal to mass into acceleration. Force is what, friends? Mass into acceleration. How? By Newton's second law. Okay, so this force will be m into a is equal to minus mg into x upon L. So what you will get, this mn and this m will get cancelled. Okay, and you know that acceleration is what? Acceleration is minus omega square into x. You are studying from the starting of this chapter, so substitute minus omega square into x here. So minus omega square into x is equal to minus g into x upon L. So what? X will get cancelled, so remaining term minus and minus will also get cancelled, so remaining terms are what? Omega square is equal to g upon L. So omega square is equal to g upon L. So omega will be what, friends? Root of g upon L. You got omega is equal to root of g upon L, but omega is what? 2 pi by t. Basically we have to calculate the time period, no? Period of the conical pendulum in SHM. Okay, so we have substituted omega is equal to 2 pi into upon t. 2 pi upon t is equal to root of g upon L. So I will get the time period value. So time period will be 2 pi root of L upon g. Circular motion में भी ये आया था. So this is nothing but time period of the conical pendulum. Conical pendulum in circular motion, and here also simple pendulum in SHM. Okay, so basically what we have done, we have taken the pendulum and we have started revolving the pendulum. So we created the component, and according to all the equation we have applied the restoring force, that is minus mg into theta, and we have substituted the theta value by length is equal to arc upon radius. So we got a value as time period is equal to t is equal to 2 pi root of L upon g. So this is time period of simple pendulum. One more concept is that seconds pendulum. They ask in the definition, what is seconds pendulum? So seconds pendulum means what? You will get seconds pendulum, a simple pendulum whose period is second is called seconds pendulum. A simple pendulum whose period is second is called seconds pendulum. So basically the period of the pendulum is what? T is equal to 2 pi root of L upon g. We have calculated. So simple pendulum whose period is second is seconds pendulum. So this is the time period of the pendulum, simple pendulum. Now for second pendulum I told the time period will be second, that is 2, that is t is equal, t की वैल्यू पे हमें क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है? 2 is equal to 2 pi root of L upon g. 2 will get cancelled, 1 is equal to 2 pi root of L upon g. Okay, so what you will do, 1 is equal to pi root of L upon g. Take pi to this LHS, so what you will get? 1 upon pi is equal to root of L upon g. Yes or no? So squaring both sides, squaring both sides. So what you will get? 1 upon pi square is equal to L upon G. So L will be what? Pi square by G. This is the equation for the second pendulum. Second pendulum means what? A simple pendulum whose period is second is called second pendulum. Second pendulum मतलब time period उसका 2 रहेगा. 2 is equal to 2 pi root of L upon G. So you will get 1 is equal to pi root of L upon G. 1 upon pi is equal to root of L upon G. Squaring both sides, you will get that length of the second pendulum, that is pi square upon G. Numerical, they ask in NEET and JEE entrance examination, what is the length of the second pendulum? Calculate the length of the second pendulum and you have to calculate that. Okay, so basically the option there will be a formula directly, pi square upon G. Second pendulum means whose period is second, so T is equal to 2, so you will get the length as a pi square upon G. Okay, from this time period equation, that is T is equal to 2 pi root of L upon G. Okay, from this equation we'll create some laws. The first law is law of length. Law of length. What does the law of length says? The period of simple pendulum is directly proportional to square root of its length. Yes or no? T is directly proportional to square root of L. So the period of simple pendulum is directly proportional to the square roots of its length. Okay, from this equation we created the law of length, that is T is directly proportional to root of L. Now second is law of acceleration due to gravity. Law of acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so period of simple pendulum is inversely proportional to square root of its gravity. Okay, the period of simple pendulum is inversely proportional to the square root of its gravity, that is T is inversely proportional to root of G. T is inversely proportional to root of G. Third is law of mass. The period of simple pendulum does not depend upon its mass. कुछ दिख रहा है मास? नहीं दिख रहा है. तो सी पीरियड ऑफ सिंपल पेंडुलम does not depend upon its mass. Okay, last is law of isochronous. Okay, it is important because they are sometimes they ask in entrance also. So law of isochronous. Isochronous word means amplitude. Okay, it is related to amplitude. The period of simple pendulum does not depends upon its amplitude. Okay, definition they can ask for 2 to 3 marks, so you have to remember all these definitions. So with this we have completed the pendulum concept. So friends, moving on to the next concept, that is expression for kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy of particle performing SHM. Very interesting concept. Expression for kinetic energy potential energy and total energy of particle performing SHM. Okay, expression for kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy of a particle performing SHM. So first we are going to calculate the kinetic energy. Okay, so step 1 is our kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. To find the kinetic energy. Okay, from last lecture, what is the velocity equation in SHM? That is V is equal to omega root of a square minus x square. If you are not remembering, please go through the last video lectures and go through the notes that you have written and remember the formula, that is V is equal to omega root of a square minus x square, where V is velocity, omega is angular velocity, that is V is equal to omega root of a square minus x square is a velocity equation. Okay, so it is in magnitude form. Which form, friends? Magnitude form. So but you all know that kinetic energy is what? Half mv square. Okay, so kinetic energy will be what, friends? Half m, what is v? Omega, that is omega square into a square minus x square. स्क्वायर कर दिया तो रूट हट जाएगा, that is kinetic energy मिली है आपको. ठीक है, बट ओमेगा स्क्वायर क्या होता है? k अपॉन m, क्योंकि हमने फाइंड आउट किया था लास्ट लेक्चर में ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ k अपॉन m. याद रखना है सारे कंसेप्ट. ठीक है, सो ओमेगा स्क्वायर विल बी व्हाट? k अपॉन m. सो k विल बी, फ्रेंड, व्हाट? m ओमेगा स्क्वायर. yes or no? k will be what? m into omega square. so m into omega square को मैं क्या लिख दूंगा, फ्रेंड्स? k लिख सकता हूँ, तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी what? हाफ k a square minus x square. this is my kinetic energy of the particle performing SHM. काइनेटिक एनर्जी निकालने के लिए मैंने दोस्तों पहले क्या किया? वेलोसिटी लिया, जो लास्ट लेक्चर में किया था हमने, v इज इक्वल टू ओमेगा रूट ऑफ a स्क्वायर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. अब काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या होता है, फ्रेंड्स? हाफ m v स्क्वायर, और v तो आपको पता है, सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया, और ओमेगा स्क्वायर दोस्तों क्या होता है? k अपॉन m, तो उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया. काइनेटिक एनर्जी में क्या मिल गया? हाफ k. So now, friends, step 2 will be what? To find the potential energy. Step 2, to find potential energy of the particle performing SHM. Okay, so now we have to find the potential energy of the particle performing SHM. So you all know that the work is what? Force into displacement, that is W is equal to F into S. But in integration form there is some equation, that is integration of dW is equal to integration of 0 to x minus F into dx, and this force is which force, friend? That is restoring force. so F will be which force? Minus k into x. Okay, substitute here. So integration of dW will be W minus integration of 0 to x minus k into x into dx. Okay, so this minus and minus will become plus, and k is constant, it will go outside. So omega will be what? K into x square by 2. Okay, so what you will get the work formula, that is work will be W is equal to half into k into x square. This is nothing but potential energy. Okay, so potential energy will be what? Half into k into x square. How we got? We have used the formula of the work, that is F into S. so F is equal to minus k into x. so minus k into x सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया, इंटीग्रेशन का फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर दिया, तो हमें क्या मिल गया? वर्क का formula, that is work done is nothing but energy, and that energy is which energy here in SHM? Potential energy. So potential energy is half into k into x square, and you all know that omega square is what? K upon m, and k is m into ओमेगा स्क्वायर. सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देंगे k की जगह पे m into ओमेगा स्क्वायर, तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी हमें क्या मिलेगा? हाफ इंटू m into ओमेगा स्क्वायर इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर. दिस इज माई पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ द पार्टिकल परफॉर्मिंग SHM. कुछ नहीं, हमें पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कितना मिला? k हाफ इंटू k इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर, एंड ओमेगा स्क्वायर इज वॉट? k अपॉन m. सो k विल बी m इंटू ओमेगा स्क्वायर. सो सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया k की जगह पे m इंटू ओमेगा स्क्वायर. नाउ स्टेप 3 विल बी वॉट फ्रेंड? टोटल एनर्जी. स्टेप 3 विल बी total energy. So total energy will be what friend? It will be summation of kinetic energy plus potential energy. What is your kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is half into k into a square minus x square. And what is your potential energy? Half into k into x square. Okay, open this bracket. So it will be total energy will be half into k into a square minus half into k into x square plus half into k into x square, plus minus will get cancelled. So total energy will be friend half into k into a square. So you got three energy. First is what friend? Kinetic energy, that is half into k into a square minus x square. Potential energy क्या मिला? हाफ इंटू के इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर. टोटल एनर्जी क्या मिला दोस्तों? हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. समझना अच्छे से, और नहीं समझ रहा है तो वीडियो को धीरे धीरे देखना है. यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल वाइल प्रूफिंग दी all the three energy, that is kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy. Now the next concept is what? To prove the conservation of energy in SHM. How we should prove the energy is conserved in SHM. Okay, so to prove the conservation of energy in SHM. Okay, so how we should prove the energy is conserved? That means what? Total energy is equal to kinetic energy, total energy is equal to potential energy. जब ऐसे कंडीशन आता है तो क्या होता है दोस्तों? एनर्जी इज कंजर्व्ड मालूम पड़ता है. ठीक है, सो केस 1 की हो जाते फ्रेंड. एट मीन पोजीशन. कौन सा पोजीशन फ्रेंड? मीन पोजीशन. मीन पोजीशन में डिस्टेंस कितना होता है दोस्तों? 0. तो x इज इक्वल टू 0 होता है फ्रेंड्स. सो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी तो हमें पता है कितना मिला है दोस्तों? हाफ इंटू के इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर. यस और नो? दिस इज अवर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी x 0 है, मतलब पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कितना मिल गया? 0 मिल गया मेन पोजीशन में. ठीक है, तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी 0 मिल गया, तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी कितना मिलेगा? हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. तो x 0 हो गया, तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी भी कितना मिलेगा? हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. ओके, सो टोटल एनर्जी विल बी वॉट? टोटल एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला आपको मालूम है, वो कितना होता है? हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. तो ऐसे कंडीशन में हमें क्या मिलेगा? दोनों सेम मिल गया, तो टोटल एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी. इट मीन्स व्हाट? एनर्जी इज कंजर्व. पर अभी केस 2 बाकी है. मीन पोजीशन में एनर्जी कंजर्व हो गया. क्यों? मीन पोजीशन में x इज इक्वल टू 0 है, तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी 0 मिल गया, और टोटल एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी मिल गया. ये मीन पोजीशन में हो गया. अब केस 2 में यहीं पे मैं कर रहा हूँ एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन. एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन, ठीक है. एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन में x क्या होता है? प्लस और माइनस है. ये सो. तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कैसे मिलेगा? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी विल बी हाफ इंटू के इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर. सो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी विल बी हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. दिस इज माई पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, दैट इज हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. नाउ काइनेटिक एनर्जी दोस्तों क्या होता है? आपको फॉर्मूला मालूम है, हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. बट यहाँ पे एक्स क्या होगा दोस्तों? पोटेंशियल एनर्जी तो मुझे मिल गया हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर. ठीक है, प्लस रहने दो माइनस रहने दो, तो ए स्क्वायर ही हो जाएगा. अब काइनेटिक एनर्जी में मैं x इजिकल टू जब प्लस और माइनस ए सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगा तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी दोस्तों मुझे कितना मिल जाएगा, 0। तो इस कंडीशन में जो टोटल एनर्जी है वो कितना है, हमेशा हाफ इंटू के इंटू ए स्क्वायर। वो आप किसके बराबर है, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी के बराबर है। तो टोटल एनर्जी विल बी इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। इट मीन्स व्हाट, एट मीन पोजीशन द टोटल एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड एट एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन द टोटल एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। इट मीन्स एनर्जी इज कंजर्व्ड। ओके, सो फ्रॉम केस 1 and 2 total energy and kinetic energy are conserved. Okay, from case 1 and 2 total energy and kinetic energy is conserved. Total energy and kinetic energy is conserved. इसमें ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन पे क्वेश्चन आता है, ग्राफ ऑफ द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ द एनर्जी। ठीक है, जो हमने एनर्जी कंजर्व प्रूव किया उसी पे ग्राफ बनाना है, ग्राफ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी। ओके, एनर्जी कैसे कंजर्व होता है उसका ग्राफ। ठीक है, सो इस कंडीशन पे एनर्जी, let us consider नेगेटिव एनर्जी इज माइनस ए और प्लस ए। ठीक है, अब एनर्जी ग्राफ नॉर्मल 2 कर्व में ऐसे बन जाता है। मैं एक्सप्लेन, पहले ग्राफ बना लेता हूँ फिर आपको मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ। ठीक है, इस कंडीशन में ये जो है ये मेरा पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है, ये जो है मेरा काइनेटिक एनर्जी है, ये मेरा काइनेटिक एनर्जी है, ये मेरा पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है। सो दिस इज माई काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड दिस ग्राफ इज माई पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। एंड टोटल एनर्जी तो यहाँ पे कांस्टेंट होता है। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे देखो ये पोटेंशियल एनर्जी का ग्राफ है, तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी सडनली फॉल होता है फिर राइज होता है। अब काइनेटिक एनर्जी पहले राइज होता है फिर फॉल होता है। ठीक है, तो इस कंडीशन से अगर आपको ग्राफ एग्जाम में पूछते तो आप ये ग्राफ बनाना है, तो आपको इसमें से जो हमने यहाँ पे प्रूफ किया है एनर्जी इज कंजर्व्ड, वो ग्राफ में आपको समझ में आ जाएगा। और ग्राफ देखकर आपको ये भी समझ में आ जाएगा, तो ये इक्वेशन देखकर आपको ग्राफ समझ में आ जाएगा। सो विद दिस टुडे वी विल एंड विद दिस कंसेप्ट एंड next lecture we will move to the next concept. Hope you understood all the concept. If you have understood, please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.